Forget the powdered wigs and polite parlor chatter. The year 1720 is a powder keg of global volatility, and tonight the fuse is lit on 3 different continents. Our dispatches this evening come straight from the front page of the American Weekly Mercury, published December 8, 1720. The top story comes out of Paris, where the French crown has just triggered an absolute constitutional crisis. The king issued letters de cachet, direct royal commands, ordering the entire parliament to exile itself to the town of Pontoise. They were given exactly 48 hours to pack up and leave the capital. This diagram illustrates the mechanics of the standoff. The Crown demanded that Parliament register an edict forcing the India Company to swallow a massive recall of currency, 600 million in bank bills in a single year. Parliament flatly refused the order. They suspected the exact nature of this recall, stating plainly they wanted to be informed beforehand with what fraud the said company would call in these bills. When the Crown's financial survival depends on paper currency that the courts refuse to validate, the legal process halts. This exile represents a total breakdown in the state's ability to govern through cooperation, leaving only the blunt force of royal command. Shifting to the financial desk, the Crown isn't taking no for an answer. To enforce this exile, 45,000 troops have been ordered to set up camp in the direct neighborhood of Paris. Yet, while an army surrounds the city, the financial architect at the center of the crisis remains entirely untouched. This is Sean Law, the Controller General of Finances. While the lawmakers who questioned his math are marched out of town, the paper reports Mr. Law sitting comfortably at the opera. He is watching the play from the very same box as Philippe, the Duke of Orleans, enjoying absolute royal protection. But the insulation enjoyed by the Parisian elite does not extend past the capital. Over at the foreign military desk, dispatches from Spain show a facade of diplomacy. Envoys are currently heading to a high-profile peace congress in Cambrai. The reality on the ground tells a much bloodier story. Spanish troops returning from their expedition in Sicily have lost devastating numbers of men to rampant sickness and heavy combat. Rebuilding this decimated force will require what the dispatches call prodigious expenses and years of intense labor just to restore basic administrative function. Despite these staggering losses, the war machine grinds forward. Spain is already deploying another 10,000 horse and foot soldiers across the Mediterranean to break the siege of Ceuta. Maintaining an empire in 1720 demanded a constant, brutal expenditure of both the national treasury and human life. We look now at this map of Jamaica, moving to the Western Hemisphere, where maritime security has collapsed under violent pirate skirmishes. Caribbean reports state that pirates are very thick about that island. Local mariner Daniel Starr provides a direct account. Captured by a pirate sloop near Newfoundland, he was forced south, sent ashore at Prince Robert's weeks alone before gaining safety. The colonials are striking back, however. Captain Jonathan Barnett boldly engaged a heavily armed pirate vessel in direct combat, successfully capturing a crew consisting of 26 men and 2 women. This map of the Carolina coast brings us to a domestic brief. General Nicholson is appointed the new governor following heavy political maneuvering. A backroom land deal, the bargain made by the 3 Quakers, was officially killed by the Lords Justices. Stabilizing this frontier requires constant military friction and intervention from London. Between the pirate sloops and the backroom political deals, basic order in the colonies rests entirely on the threat of force. Stepping back from these individual dispatches gives us a clear view of the global system at work. The historical record contradicts the modern notion of a refined 18th century. The reality paralyzing Paris, an endless war of attrition bleeding Spain dry, and frontier lawlessness choking Caribbean trade. From the diamond-studded boxes of the Parisian opera to the mosquito-filled bays of the West Indies, any sense of true security is entirely illusory. These December reports strip away the polite diplomacy to show the raw mechanics of power. They document exactly who commands it, who recklessly abuses it, and who is forced to hide in the bushes just to survive it.
The Daily